Welcome to the Expert Talks by Kalkine TV. Today's guest is Mr. Alex Zempatis, the General Manager for Commercial at Global Carbon Capture and Storage Institute. And I'm Sage. I'm excited to bring you this guest because this is a very salient topic. And with a team of almost 40 professionals, as per their website, the Global CCS Institute is an international think tank whose mission is to accelerate the deployment of carbon capture and storage, or CCS, a vital technology to tackle climate change and deliver climate neutrality. So, happy to bring you this salient topic in an interview live, especially after the COP26 summit recently. So bringing you live today, we have Mr. Alex Zempatis, General Manager for Commercial at Global CCS Institute. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Hello, can you hear me? Just want to check the IT's working.
Yes, sounds great.
Great.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And
Pleasure to meet you also.
Thank you. So firstly, Alex, just for all of us to be on the same page and understand more clearly what you do, what is carbon capture and storage and how does it work, please?
So CCS is actually a family of technologies that can capture carbon dioxide from pretty much any source, any industrial source, a flue gas stream from a power station, a flue gas stream from a steel making facility and many chemical facilities, or even directly from the atmosphere. And then once the carbon dioxide is captured, it's compressed to a liquid-like state, to a supercritical state, with a density similar to water, and then injected into geological formations, usually about 2 kilometres below the Earth's surface, where it is permanently stored in a very similar manner to that which stores oil or gas and other liquid naturally in the Earth for millions of years.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with us and breaking it down into plain English. Thank you. So there seems to be a major interest in CCS developing as part of the broader climate action. What's driving the uptake of CCS around the world, please?
Well, I think ultimately it's the strengthening recognition of the urgency of dealing with climate change. So we've seen over the past few years many net zero commitments made by national governments, by state governments, by literally hundreds of companies. And when the analysis is done on how to migrate a company or an economy from where we are now, which is highly emissions intensive, through to net zero emissions, that analysis always finds that you need to use every tool available to you in order to mitigate those emissions. And CCS is just one of those tools which is absolutely essential to get to net zero.
Yes, it certainly is, and I'm happy to see Mr. Morrison's planning on using this technology much more as well in his plan moving forward. So there's growing interest from around the world in hydrogen, which is making the headlines, and the prospective market is certainly big. What role can CCS play in scaling up the global hydrogen market as well, please?
Well, the good news about CCS is that it's already fitted to 7 hydrogen production facilities in operation around the world. And some of these have been operating since the 1980s. And they all produce of the order of a couple of hundred up to well over 1,000 tonnes of clean hydrogen per day. So what CCS provides us with is a really good head start, a really good kickstart to be able to get to large-scale clean hydrogen production very, very rapidly because the technology is already available. It's very well proven at commercial scale. It's been operating literally for decades. And happily, it is the lowest cost option for producing low emissions hydrogen, which is why there are so many new what's called blue hydrogen facilities in development around the world right now.
Yes, certainly there is. And I think they're even trying to turn the aeroplanes into users of hydrogen instead of their regular fuel. Alex, how can people get involved with the Global Carbon Capture and Storage Institute? Is it open to anyone to join, to get involved in your initiatives?
Well, the Institute is a member-based organisation, so our members are not individuals. Our members are governments and companies, and they include the likes of Australia, Japan, China, United States of America, the UK, for example, and companies that range from very large companies like BHP through to small research institutes with an interest in climate change and specifically carbon capture and storage. But if anyone's ever interested in learning more about CCS, they should visit our website at globalccsinstitute.com, where you'll find literally hundreds of reports. They're all easy to read. Most of them are easy to read, available to the public free of charge.
Thank you. And for the investors, you did mention the reports just there, but where are the opportunities surrounding CCS for the investors?
Well, you mentioned it earlier. I think possibly one of the most promising areas for investors right now is in the production of hydrogen, of clean hydrogen, utilising carbon capture and storage technology. There is a lot of activity and investment going on right now because hydrogen will play such an important role in decarbonising the global economy, and CCS provides the lowest cost by quite some margin in almost every part of the world. Not every, but in almost every part of the world. The lowest cost option for producing that clean hydrogen. So I think that really is probably one of the best opportunities right now.
Thank you so much for being available for Expert Talks today and sharing the passion you have for what you do. Really do appreciate your insights.
My pleasure. Glad to be of help.
And if you just joined us, we had a very informative discussion with Mr. Alex Zepantis, the GM for Commercial at the Global CCS Institute. The full interview can be viewed via YouTube at Kalkine Media. Keep watching for more of the market insights and hot trends from the economy and diverse themes and sectors. Until the next episode, stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine.